Hey Crafty Dolls, welcome back, and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you're new here, my name is Amber and I love all things home decor DIYing on a budget. But if you're not new, hey doll, hey. Today's video, I am sharing some really easy and super adorable Christmas tier tray project. So I really hope you guys do enjoy it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you do. If you're new, love what you see, but love all things home decor DIYing on a budget. I would also appreciate and love if you'd consider subscribing and hitting the bell right next to it so you're notified every time that I upload. All right, Crafty Dolls, let's get into it. For this DIY, I am taking this house-shaped photo sign. It's a 3.5 by 5 photo frame, I think. It's probably smaller than that. Anyways, I just took out the backing and the glass, and then I removed the prongs that hold it together. Then I'm going to paint this using my Waverly chalk paint in white, and I gave it just one really good coat, just made sure I had really good coverage. Didn't really need to give two because I am going to sand it down once it is dry. Then I took these miniature Christmas trees from the Crafter Square section at the Dollar Tree. I've actually had this pack for a couple years, and I just removed the bottom stand on them, and then I'm going to hot glue them on the lip on the back side of this house frame. I think this is going to be super cute for a tiered tray. So basically the miniature size just gives me all the feels I need for a Christmas tiered tray. So I just go across all the way until I have the entire opening filled, and I'm only able to get about 4 Christmas trees, which is enough. I do actually run a bead of hot glue at the bottom of them again to make sure that they stay, and I do put a piece of jute twine behind it. I don't show that, but just for more security. Then I take this miniature woodward that says welcome. I paint that with some crimson chalk paint, also by Waverly. Just gave that one good coat and use a small paintbrush. And then here you can see where I am sanding it down. I focus a lot on the edges and the corners, and then go in the middle a little bit because I still kind of like the wood grain that the frame had already. So I just kind of went through my strokes with that and just took my time and made sure I liked it. Then I attached the woodward using some super glue gel, also from the Dollar Tree, and that is it for this one. I think it's really cute. So today's video is also a part of an open collaboration playlist, and the host asked if I wanted to be a guest host on this, so I was super excited to join and get some more eyes on some of these creators' pages and channels. So make sure you head down to my description box. There will be a link to the playlist. The 3 hosts are DIY with Aurea, Lolly D Creations, and One Way Designs. I hope you guys do enjoy those videos, and make sure you tell everyone in the playlist videos that you watch that I said hi. All right, back to the DIYs. For my next DIY, I'm taking this snow globe from the Dollar Tree. Also, I'm going to remove the jute cord on the front. I'm going to remove the tag on the back because I'm going to make the back my now front, covering the front with some brown craft paper. If you're new here or have been around for a while, you know I like finished projects. So I just cover the front side with brown craft paper to make it look finished. Then I also painted this using some Waverly chalk paint in white. I just do a thin layer on the bowl part and then a really good layer on the bottom, because covering this with this scrapbooking paper from the Dollar Tree, from Hobby Lobby. Then I'm taking these window clings and I'm trying to figure out which of these phrases will fit on the bottom portion of this, and it turns out that the tree names with the arrow is going to be the best. So I'm going to remove that and kind of just position it onto the front of this snow globe sign to make sure that it fits the way that I want, with all the letters, with the arrow. In the end, I fixed my issue later in the video, or later during this project, and only just put the words on there, not the full arrow. So then after that, I take the scrapbooking paper. I think this is really pretty paper. I believe it's mistletoe. And I just use my glue stick from the Dollar Tree, and I just glued this down on both sides, on the paper and on the face of the sign. Once that is dry, I set it to dry for maybe about 10 minutes. Then I'm taking my finger sander and I'm going to sand down the edges of the paper to get all the excess that is coming off. It also gives a really good antique look to it when you do that. Then here I'm seeing that I can't not fit any of the arrow like symbol on there. I just have to fit the words, which is fine by me. And so I used some Mod Podge, some matte Mod Podge. I put a good amount layer down, and then I lay this window cling on top of it. I let it sit to dry for a little bit after putting a little bit on top. Then I'm just going to cut down the excess on the sides. Because I covered this with Mod Podge, it's easy for me to sand down as well. So I take my finger sander and just form it to the globe, and it's super adorable. I really like this. I also take a chippy brush and some antique wax chalk paint, and I distress it all the way around and inside, and then I also painted the sides red, but I did that off camera. Super cute. For the last DIY, I'm using this mini mason jar, and I got this from Dollar Tree around Halloween time. Last year, I'm really using my stash, y'all. I removed the jute cord, and then I removed the metal top of the sign. You know me, I don't care about getting the paper paint off. I just cover it with brown craft paper, and I paint the other side using my Waverly chalk paint in white. Going back to my window clings and taking this joy word that is around this wreath. I thought this was super cute. You could do so much with it. So I'm using a generous amount of Mod Podge and putting that all around and on the back of the window cling. And then I'm going to attach it into the middle of my miniature mason jar. Is this a miniature mason jar or just like a regular size mason jar? I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, once I was done with that, I let that sit to dry for probably another 10 minutes. Then I also hot glued down my metal piece back to the top of my mason jar. And then I'm going to take some jute cord again. So it's kind of going to look the same, but kind of not. So then what I do is I just wrap this around probably 3 or 4 times, and then I hot glue it to the back. Then I take these little berries from some pip berries that I got from Walmart, I believe. Got these last year right after Christmas, so I think they were only like $2, and it's triple the size that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And what I do is I take the red berries off and just hot glue them underneath the twine. I wanted something completely different that I have never seen, and then also I wanted to tie in the little red berries on the wreath, and I thought this would be really cute, and it gave me a really fun rustic farmhouse look that I love. So yeah, so I did 5 of those, and then I wrapped another piece of jute twine around it just so I can get better security and have it, you know, have a more finished look to it, and just hot glued it to the back. Then I took a chippy brush again and some antique wax paint, and I heavily distressed this. The white was just too stark white for me, so distressing it really brought it all together and made my eyes super happy. For this Farmhouse Christmas tiered tray project, super happy how all of these turned out. I think they are so adorable and just match so well with the rest of the decor I have. Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below which one happens to be your favorite, and if you love Christmas tier trays just as much as me. And subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you head down to my description box to check out the playlist, and be well. Happy Thanksgiving. Be blessed, stay safe, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye. Busy and